Welcome to episode 3. In this episode, we're going to use ACLs or access control list to segment our server farm. Right now, everyone can reach everything. Users can ping the app server and the database server with no restrictions. In a real corporate network, that's not acceptable. ACLs let us define who is allowed to reach what and optionally on which protocols and ports. We'll keep it simple and focus on ICMP traffic so we can see the effect with pings. We'll implement extended ACLs on the VLAN interfaces for the server networks so that users can reach the app server. Only the app server and management can reach the database server, and management can reach both servers for administration. This is a classic pattern. Up tier and DB tier are not just different VLANs, they're also protected with ACLs. Okay, so let's check our ACL objective or conditions. Okay, so our objective is users in VLAN 10 should be able to access, or in our case, ping the app server, and it should not be able, or it should be blocked from reaching the database server. So can ping the app but cannot ping the database. In management users, VLAN 99, it should be able to ping both the app server and the database server. This is typical design for management purposes. Need to access those servers for maintenance. For example, OS upgrade, antivirus, and all these things. Updates. Okay, so the third one, the app server should be able to ping the DB server. Okay, this is the typical flow in a corporate network. So the users should be able to reach the app server only, but cannot directly access the database. So after you reach the app server, then the app server will talk to the database. That is the typical flow. So this is our condition, and visually we will show you how it is visually. Okay, so this is the flow. So PC users in VLAN 10 can talk to the app server, but reaching the database server is blocked here, graphically represented. However, for the management, it should be able to reach both servers, the app and the DB servers, for management purposes. And also, app server should be able to access the database. So this is how it is. This is a traffic flow. Okay. So let's go back to config. Okay, so before we go to the config, a few words about a VLAN access list. So imagine a user in one VLAN trying to reach a server in another VLAN. The ACL is applied inbound on the server's VLAN interface. Here is the key idea. An inbound ACL only evaluates traffic that is entering that interface. It does not inspect the user's original request as it moves toward the server, because the traffic arrives at the server VLAN's interface as outbound from the ACL's perspective. The packet that the inbound ACL actually sees is the server's reply, moving from inside the server's VLAN toward the interface. In other words, the ACL evaluates the return traffic, not the initial request. This is why ACL statements written to match the user's forward request never take effect. They simply do not match the direction of the packet at the point where the ACL is applied. When the ACL cannot match the return traffic, it eventually hits the implicit deny and blocks the communication. So the essential takeaway is this: ACLs do not think of in terms of conversations. They think in terms of the direction in which each individual packet enters or exits the interface. When an ACL is applied inbound on the server's VLAN interface, it will always process the server's reply traffic, not the user's initial request. I think that's all for the explanation. Let's go to the config. Okay, welcome to episode 3 and welcome back. Okay, today we're going to use ACL or access control list to control our traffic from the users going to our servers. So today we'll configure ACL on the core switches, core 1 and core 2, and then we will apply it on the SBI or the VLAN layer 3 interfaces. Okay, so before we begin, first of all, I will check first if we are set, if all our VLAN configs are there. Let's check first, sanity check before we proceed with configuring the ACL. Okay, so show VLAN brief. Let's do a quick check. Okay, so show VLAN brief. Okay, okay, we are adding management VLAN and management workstation. Okay, on the access switch. Okay, so management is there, management VLAN. So let's check layer 3 for management. Okay, so VLAN 99 is the management VLAN. So layer 3 is there. So let's check standby. First, let's check the spanning tree for VLAN 99. Okay, this bridge is the root. Okay, and then let's check standby brief for VLAN 99. Okay, it's already active in this box. Okay, here let's check first also here for VLAN 99, which is the management. Okay, so VLAN 99 is there. Let's check the IP. Okay, VLAN 99 is also there. Let's check spanning tree for VLAN 99. Okay, so root port is port channel, which is correct, and the standby. Okay, for VLAN 99, standby is local. Okay, so correct. Now, before we proceed with the access list, let's check first if connectivity to all the VLANs and the users. From users going to the servers, connectivity should be open to all. This is before the ACL. So let's check if user VLANs in VLAN 10 can ping the app server 110.10. Okay, so user VLANs can check the app server. Let's check also, it should be able to ping the DB server because this is before the ACL that we are going to apply. So everything is open, and then the app server show IP. The app server should be able to ping the database server 1.10. Okay, so can ping. Let's go to the management. Okay, for management, this is the new one. it doesn't have an IP yet. This is the new addition. So this one is connected in the access switch. So let's configure the IP first. So management is 10.10.99.10/24. E2 is 10.10.99.1. Okay, supposing this PC is this ping the gateway. This PC is from a management PC, which is supposedly need to communicate or connect to all the servers, either it's app server or DB servers. It is able to access, should be able to access the servers for management purposes. Okay, so everything is open. Anyone can reach everyone else. Okay, so let's configure access list. Okay, so we will revisit our conditions. Okay, so these are the conditions for our lab. So PC users in VLAN 10 should be able to reach server app VLANs in VLAN 10. So it should be able to ping. Okay, for the simplicity of our access list, we will just use the ICMP protocol or the ping for simplicity. We won't use yet the port date port numbers for for use service port numbers or service ports for particular applications. For simplicity, we'll just use ICMP. Okay, so PC users should not be able to reach the DB directly. So ping here is failing. In a real production environment, this is the actual traffic flow. So users can ping the app, but they are not able to directly ping the DB because so the flow is users ping the app, and then the app will reach to the DB or connect to the DB. That's the traffic flow. And then for management, for this purposes of this lab, so management need to access both these server tiers, because for management purposes to access the DB for, let's say, maintenance, upgrades, iOS upgrades, antivirus upgrades, and all those things. And then it can ping, should be able to ping both the server tier. So this, okay, so for server app, it should be able to ping the DB as per the traffic flow. Okay, so this is our condition. So okay, so knowing this, we will now configure our access list. Okay, so access list, we will use extended access list for this lab. Okay, so I'm configuring now. Okay, this is the command show access list extended. Then we'll name it this RVR. Now you can use any name, app, and then underscore in. In is because it's the direction of the direction of the access application